So in this video, I'm going to talk about the sine, cosine data's graph, and we can talk about it through the unit circle right over here. And the unit circle's definition is that the radius, which is half of the diameter in this circle, will just going to be equal to 1. Let's talk about the data. If there's some point right over here on the unit circle, if you connect the point all the way to the point where its coordinate is 0, 0, for this angle right over here, we can call it theta. And for data, it starts from this point right over here, which is its value is equal to 0, and it travels all the way counterclockwise direction. And let me ask you a question. Can you find the coordinate of this point right over here? Well, it is cosine data, comma sine data. It is a little bit different with the normal coordinate, which is x, comma y. And it is because if you make a right triangle in this way, and here is my right angle, if you label this hypotenuse into h, if you label this length y, and if you label this length x, for the cosine data, its definition is that the adjacent side of the angle, which is x in this case, over hypotenuse, which is h. Also for sine data, its definition is that the opposite side of the angle, which is in this case y, over hypotenuse, which is h. But in this case, hypotenuse, this length right over here, it is the radius of the circle because the radius definition is that if you connect the point on the circle, if you connect that point all the way to the point where its coordinate is 0, 0, they're all radius. So we can say that the hypotenuse is equal to 1. And according to the unit circle definition, the radius of the circle is going to be 1. So h can be cancelled out into 1. So that's why we can say that the x value is equal to cosine data and y value is equal to sine data. And if you were to graph this sine data's graph or a cosine data's graph, for a sine data's graph, we are recording every y values while this point right over here, while the data moves counterclockwise direction. And for the cosine data's graph, we know that the value of cosine data is just going to be equal to x. So while the data travels all the way counterclockwise direction, we are recording all the x values of that coordinates. And in the next video, we're going to talk about graphing the sine and cosine data's graph on the graph and compare it together.